Good afternoon, bassheads, candy kids, and headbangers, all kinds. My name's Jenny, and this is my YouTube channel. And this is my new puppy. Where you'll learn everything that you need to know from the world's most organized raver perspectively. And guys, do I have a good one for you. Woo! I've been working super hard on this new project. I want to come out with a series for you guys, something that we could all look forward to till Lost Lands, all right? There's 22 weeks until Lost Lands, and I have come up with the perfect plan, all right? Here's a new series for you. I am going to be doing an in-depth analysis of the lineup, all right? That means I'm going to be going one by one and going through the highlights of each DJ or producer, and just so we can know more about them. I mean, I was mostly inspired by this because of Getter and his Visceral tour. I'll link up a video to it by the Festival Finesser. Super important. Basically, he got booed off stage, basically, Getter, because of, my understanding of it is just people went and they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. Getter's always been like this really hardcore kind of like Borgore situation, and then Visceral came out and it was a completely different vibe, and everybody went to the concert expecting this hardcore situation, and that's not what they got. And instead of, I don't know, leaving, or I don't know, they decided to boo him off stage. So I'm doing this just so you guys could have a really good idea. I'm doing it for myself. Also, there's so many people on there that I've heard of but don't know much about, and I need a little bit more help choosing who I'm gonna go see. Because this opportunity is crazy. We're going all the way to Ohio to go do this, and I want to do it the best way that I can. I don't think I've ever had a bad experience at a festival. I mean, my first EDC with my sister, she got her GoPro and her phone stolen. And we still had the best time ever. Why? Mostly probably because we just have really good, I don't know. We're just really good at having a great time and kind of putting other things aside and just dealing with it when we can. You know, there was nothing else we could do at that moment. We definitely went to Lost and Found and whatever. But the point is, I think that the reason that we have such a good time is that we're always prepared. And that's why I'm the world's most organized raver. So, without further ado, let me introduce the series, all right? We're going to be doing 5 artists every single episode, every week leading up to Lost Lands, all right? There's just about over 100 artists on this lineup, and that is if they don't drop anybody else for the sound camps. We don't know if this is all the artistry that there's going to be. So, without further ado, oh, by the way, we're still trying to name him. We have Brownie, which is what I've been calling him, but we also want Pickle. You see, he responds to Pickle. If you guys have any opinions, please drop it down below. My poor dog still doesn't have a name. All right, and today we're starting off with Zeke Beats, the Australian from down under, all right? And his last work was Bad Robot EP, which is in April of this year. So he just took out some new work. I love seeing the artists that are currently bringing out stuff. And then there's people like Space Jesus that haven't put out any actual music forever. Like, you try to find it and there's nothing. There's so many IDs that I try to find and there's just nowhere. But yet they're so big right now and they're doing their thing. I love to see the difference between that. So record labels for Zeke Beats are Bygore, Saturate Records, sorry about that, Terror Rhythm Recording, and look at that, Zeke Beats. He has his own record label. And he is known for his analog synth wizardry. I don't even know what that means, but that makes me want to go see him. Analog synth wizardry. That sounds fantastic. So his affiliations, I didn't really do him because he doesn't really have that many at this point. But for the rest of the artists, I'll be putting down who they'll be making like their last records with, and just the producers and DJs that they're affiliated with, so we can kind of get an idea of like what type of music they're putting out. All right, so my favorite part of this is the fun facts. Okay, you can really get a personal idea of like who these people are, and they are very well people. It's so funny. This guy here, he's a turntablist superstar. Okay, he was ranked 4th in the world in the prestigious IDA World Championships, whatever that is. And if you know what that is, and excuse my naiveness, I just looked into like turntabling like a few months ago and started following a whole bunch of people, and bro, that is art. That is an instrument in itself. I don't care what you say. So he is a grandmaster turntablist, if that doesn't make anything any better. And then he's the first ever Scratch University valedictorian, whatever that is. All right, buddy, you want to go down? Go. All right. All right, so sound description for Zeke Beats. This was a little hard in the sense where I kind of had to like listen to the music and kind of pick out adjectives to describe the sounds. But here's what I got. He kind of reminds me of Space Jesus. So he's like futuristic and like spacey. I read that he has like a hip hop and like some grime influences. Also analog bass lines. What's up? Analog bass lines. And dirty and crunchy, according to him. All right? So song recommendations is gonna be Barbatonde. That's how I say it. Barbatonde. The remix on SoundCloud. I'll be posting links on the bottom. It's gonna be to my SoundCloud playlist for Lost Lands and for my Spotify playlist that I'm making for this situation as we're going along. All right, and you guys can kind of listen to it and kind of get used to it, and that'll be the best instrument, I think, or the best tool to see who we're going to see, all right? And then the other one is Humanoid 2.0, all right? And that's Eprom and Zeke Beats, all right? And that is going to lead me into Eprom, all right? That is the next one that we're going to go to. And that's how we're going to do this. I hope you guys like it. All right, so while I was out walking my puppy, I saw the video and the background was totally wrong. So, my bad. All right, last thing about Zeke Beats, I completely forgot. This is gonna be his first year at Lost Lands. So, welcome Zeke Beats. Now moving on to Eprom, Mr. Alexander Dennis from San Francisco. Shout out San Francisco. Last thing that he worked on was very recently. Just kidding. 2017. This is exactly what I was talking about. Zeke Beats just came out with something last month. And Eprom, which is a pioneer in the music, last actual EP that he released, Pineapple EP, was in 2017. Yet here he is. There he was last year. So excited for him. He's known for his West Coast sound, whatever that is, because I'm from the East Coast and I don't know. I need to go so I understand what this West Coast sound is, apparently. His record labels, it was a little interesting when I saw it, because I was like, I'm not really familiar with these record labels. It's not something that I'm used to seeing. It's Rap, Alpha Pup Records, Eprom Music, Illusionary Records, and 1985 Music plus 6 more. So I'll be adding how many more at the bottom just because there's too many to list. And these artists, they go everywhere. So affiliations for him are going to start at G Jones, Deadbeats, and Division Records. I did the record labels here, but going forward, the affiliations are going to be what artists from Lost Lands are going to be there, all right? Fun facts, my favorite part. He describes himself, wait for this, a digital dysphoria propelled by dreams of a dead pixel billboard sky. Eprom, so romantic. What is that? I don't even know what that means. Like, that's amazing. And he chose Eprom as his moniker because of the old Eprom chips. And you can look it up online. I don't know, they look big, but they were used in analog synths back in the day, which is really cool. Like, he actually got his name for something that had to do with music, and I don't know, I really like that. And of course, he's a major bass influencer, and he's been producing drum and bass since he was 17 years old. That's crazy. Maybe we'll get a little bit of drum and bass in his set. Who knows? So his sound description is like a toxic hip hop, garage mutations, and I swear it sounds like he was inside his garage and he's like, all right, I'm gonna take this, and he was like ding 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 whatever, and then he got the sound and he put it and he started distorting it, and that's what he put in his music. It sounds so cool, very, very cool, and it's just an experimental sound design overall. It's just awesome stuff. Really look into it. Song recommendations is Humanoid, obviously, which is the one that I started with Zeke Beats, and Pipe Dream, which was very good also, and the Middleland set 2017, which actually starts with the Humanoid 2.0 song. So check that out if you want to get a gist of who Eprom is. All right, next up is Tynan, Mr. Kevin Hickey from Oklahoma City. Shout out OKC. What? His last work was from February 2019. Sounds for Ghost to Haunt. Sounds pretty cool, right? Sounds pretty cool. Record labels are a lot more recognizable to me. Starts with Never Say Die, Wakan. Please, somebody correct me if I'm saying it wrong. I'm going to look it up after this. I have to. I got to know if I'm saying it right. Dim Mak, which I actually went to the Dim Mak event at Miami Music Week, and it was so great. The best performance to me was probably 4B. I missed him on this year's lineup. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video about the people that I wish would have been in the lineup. I kind of want to do something like that. Also, Deadbeats, which I did not get to see that event at Miami Music Week. I will go next year. Oh man, I can't believe I missed that. It was everybody was saying it was amazing. So next year. And Spitting Premium plus 11 more. Tynan's all over the place. Kind of reminds me of my man's Wooly. Yeah. He's mostly known for releasing on Never Say Die. Just to me, whenever I see something like by Tynan, I'm like, it's probably on the Never Say Die records. So if you guys want to tell me something that he's most known more for you, I could always adjust these cards, and I will be. I'll actually be adding as things get released throughout the year up to Lost Lands. So for instance, when we know what stage they're going to be playing at, I'm going to add the set. Once the set times get released, I'm going to add the set time to the card. So by the end, I'm going to have a little booklet, like a little, oh man, it's going to be so cool. I'm envisioning like this little like just resource of everything that you need to know about Lost Lands. It's going to be great. If you guys are interested, I'm totally willing to make a couple copies, spread them out, and share the nerdiness, because honestly, you got to be at a certain level of extraness to do this. And I'm aware, but this is just the way that I do my festivals, and it works well for me. So moving on. Affiliations, here we go, starting with the people that are going to be at Lost Lands. This is where I like to do it. Kaizo, Heckler, AT-Aliens, and 1788L. You see where we're going with this? You see, now you're going to kind of get to see who's related to who, and kind of get a better idea of what you're getting yourself into. So when we actually get in the festival, you're like, oh, this is what we should do? Oh, it's this versus this person? I'm definitely more curious about this person, and you're going to have just a better idea. So this is where I'm going with this. Fun facts, my favorite part. He plays the drums and guitar, although I feel like a lot of people in the music industry, especially in this genre, does. But this part was crazy. He was in a math rock band. Yo, I used to listen to those things. I don't know about you. I had like these CDs, and I used to put them in. I used to rock out to that. And I learned my ABCs and my 1, 2, 3s. What? I wonder if one of the math CDs that I listened to actually had this dude in it. Oh man, I'd be so curious to see. So curious. So Tynan is his middle name. All right, that's how he got his name. All right, so he used his middle name, and then his dad gave it to him because he had oddly dark skin. I mean, that's messed up, yo. He came out. He's like, first of all, is he mine? Yeah. All right, for sure. Second of all, if he's mine, we got to do something to acknowledge the fact that this baby dark. So Tynan it is, and that's how Tynan happened. This is my baby, apparently. That's great. Sound description is dark trap, dubstep, and heavy bass. I had to go more towards like the genre because Tynan is just like the epitome of what like heavy dubstep is to me. So again, if you guys want to give me some sound descriptions, I'll replace or add right into the card. Song set recommendations. Man, I don't know how to say this. Harbinger? Alright, I'm sorry if I said it wrong, but it's a great song. Also, Dead Wrong and Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial featuring Kompany, or with Kompany, it's a song that they made together. It's one of my favorite songs for real. And that leads me into Kompany from Los Angeles. Last thing he came out with was like, I think just last week, is a Sick Gang EP. I'm pretty sure that Naughty Step did a review of it. I'll link it up in the top for you if it was that he didn't do it. Record labels, again, we have Never Say Die Records. We have Black Label, Dim Mak Records, Circus Media, and Firepower Records. He is known for being promising an up-and-coming bass artist. He just recently started, I mean, he was on the lineup last year, but he was on the sound camps, I believe. So, I mean, he is moving up fast. His affiliation are G-Rex, Tynan, Wooly, and Illenium. All right? Coming up with that sound recommendation for Illenium. But first, fun facts. He is an Icon Collective alumni. And I wasn't really sure what that was, but I looked it up, and it was the same school that Jaws, Prototype, and Sullivan King went to. That's crazy. That's amazing. He is or was a sound designer at Cinematics, right? And also a drummer. See the pattern here with the playing of the drums, the guitar, and all that good stuff. Sound is aggressive, all right, versatile sound design, and really the song recommendations. My best one is Thick Boy. Woo, that is my song. That is one of my favorite songs. Then Seething, also one of my favorite songs in the world, and Free Fall. I love, that's a song by Illenium. I love when artists remake songs because you already know what the song sounds like. So you're like, all right, cool. So that's what this song sounds like. And then when the artist remakes it, you're like, oh, okay. You get a really better idea of what that artist sounds like because it's their version of that song. So I really recommend Free Fall for that song. That is my recommendations for him. Last ones for today is going to be Yookie. That is going to be Anthony and Chris from Long Island. And their last work was Basic from 2018, but that was just them by itself. I mean, I put here that they're known for their various collabs. I mean, they have been doing everything with everybody. I mean, crazy stuff. So record labels is Deadbeats, Big Deadbeats. Bygore, Repost Network, which their Basic, I believe, was through the Repost Network. Firepower, and Spinning, plus 3 more. Their affiliations, I mean, they go on and on, but Slander, Kompany, Wooly, Kaiwachi, G-Rex. Just to get an idea of who we're working here with Yookie. Alright, and who is Yookie? They're brothers. Fun fact number 1. How cool is that? Yo, if my sister and I could spin, that would be everything. That'd be so cool. What? And I left this one for last because this one to me was the best. It is so funny. Alright, Anthony. One of the brothers, he was in a Crest toothpaste commercial. Not only was he in the Crest toothpaste commercial, apparently he was like the face of Crest in the 90s. That is great. That is great to me. Also, he was in this, and they were in the sound camps last year. So another one that's moving up in the game. Very proud of them. And I read that they want to incorporate like an orchestral feel to like, so they were saying I'll have like 100-piece choir, or not choir, but like orchestra with like a string quartet and like the whole works. Like they're thinking about, and when you listen to a couple pieces of their music, you could really tell, you'd be like, you know what, I can see where that fits, and it's so interesting. Maybe they'll pull something like that off at Lost Lands. Can you imagine an orchestra at Lost Lands? That would be out of this world. Oh man, just goals. So my recommendations would go on for days for Yookie, but State of Emergency, Intruder Alert, the Sudden Death song, Moth, however I say it. I mean, I just listen to these songs. I don't really stop to think about how to pronounce it. Maybe I should start. And then Juno, which is the one that I was thinking about when I heard the orchestral feel, and I was like, all right, I can see it. So yeah, guys, that is it. That is the 5 artists for today. If you like this, like, subscribe, turn your notifications on so you know when the next episode comes on. And if you have any suggestions for the next artist that you want to see in the next upcoming episode, post something on the comments below. I'll be sure to look through them, and maybe I'll post you and even shout you out in the next episode. All right, guys? Stay bassy, stay nerdy. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the episode.